Hello glamour babes, welcome back to my channel. So like you saw on the title, this is the second part of my previous video that I uploaded on March 3rd. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with my makeup. I'm just gonna do my makeup super quick and then get to the story time. Before we get to story time and everything, don't forget to don't forget to go follow me on my Instagram and Facebook page that I'm gonna leave right here. My Facebook page, I go live every Saturday. Anyway, let's get started. So this here was the final look for today's video. So yeah, let's get to story time. If you see me pausing every now and then, it's because I'm a little bit nervous, I'm a little bit shy. I haven't, same thing like with my dad's story, I don't think I've ever just sat here and just talk about it, because it's nothing that I just, you know, it's nothing that is usual that just comes out of me. Like, it's not how do you say it? Like a subject of conversation? Is that how you say it? But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. This is my story. Previous video was my dad's story. So like you saw in the title again, March was a month of colon cancer awareness month, and I'm saying was because today is the last day of March. I know I said I was gonna upload the video like right away, right after I talked about my dad's story, but you know, there's a lot of things going on. I was like a little bit shy to record it. But then I said, you know what? I mean, I don't think a lot of people, or I don't think us as human beings, when we go through a really tough time, we don't really talk about it, or we don't really give ourselves props or feel proud about it, because we don't want to, well, at least me, in my personal opinion, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging about it. So yeah, with any other more conversations, any more like, you know, just rumbling around and not talking about it, not start talking about it, just gonna start talking about it. Previous video of my dad, he passed away in January of 2010 of colon cancer. So we were all advised, you know, me and my siblings advised to get a colonoscopy, because it can be genetic, you know, like if he had it, if he passed away of it, like, you know, just make sure, get it out of the way, and get yourself tested and make sure that, you know, everything is fine. We really didn't think about it at that time, because, you know, we were grieving my dad's loss, and, you know, we're going through that phase of our lives, so we really didn't think of it at that time. And then a couple months later, I started feeling different. Like, everything that I ate was like getting my stomach bloated. I didn't feel comfortable. I was feeling so uncomfortable. And then I went to the doctor to get like a normal check, because before I had, you know, I had previous history. So I had my doctor. I went to the doctor. And he's like, I had anemia. He told me, you have anemia. There's some way that your blood is leaking, or, you know, there's something going on with your body because you have anemia. That was the first thing that he was concerned about. And then he's like, we're going to get you into the hospital. That was around September of 2010. He's like, we're going to get you into the hospital to give you a blood transfusion. And then we'll give you a colonoscopy. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you know. Let's get this over with. I really wanted to see what was going on with my stomach, because everything I ate, even if it wasn't spicy food, I was just bloated. And I was like, what's going on with my body? Like, I had never felt that way. So I went in, I got blood, I got a blood transfusion, and then I got my colonoscopy. When I got he came in, he showed me the pictures, he told me the results and everything. I had various polyps in my whole colon, all over. He advised me at that time, September 2010, to get a surgery. I was 19 at that time. He said, you need to get a surgery so we can get it removed. Remove my whole large intestine. I was 20, and excuse my word, but I was really fucking stupid. The doctor explained to me, you know, that she had to remove my whole intestine because it was all full of polyps, and it didn't work anymore. It was clot up, and, excuse me, it was just not good. She told me, she gave me the goods and the bads, and you know, she removed it, and my, you know, like, she just explained everything to me. At that time, she told me she was gonna get, if I did have the surgery, there was a possibility that I was gonna get an ostomy bag. An ostomy bag, I'm gonna show you right here what an ostomy bag is, just in case you don't know. So I was gonna get that. And at that time, like I said, I was too young and I was too just dumb. And I was like, no, I don't want to get it done. And I just like prolonged it. I didn't care. There was one time when he even told my main doctor told me that they gave me 10 to 20 years to die of colon cancer. My stupid young mind thought, like, no, I don't want to get it done. I was like, fuck it. If I die, I'm gonna die happy, blah blah blah. My mentality. I know you're right there thinking like, oh my god, she's so dumb. Yes, I was. So, you know, the years went by. 2011, same thing. Doctor, I kept seeing the doctor, and there was times where I would cancel my appointment. I would call and cancel my appointment because I already knew that when the doctor saw me, he was gonna ask me, did you go see the surgeon? Did you get the surgery done? And I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to see my reality. I didn't want to take care of I didn't want to be responsible. I wanted to just throw it out and just say, you know what, whatever happens, happens. So yeah, 2011, 2012, 2013. 2013, he told me, you know what, this is severe. This is no joke. This is a percentage that, like, he showed me the percentage that at that time I didn't even understand. In 2013, according to one of my friends, that she's a nutrologist, and I spoke to her and everything after my surgery. I spoke to her. She told me at that time you already had cancer, and I didn't know because I didn't ask questions. He just told me, and I was just like, whatever, it's nothing. You know, sorry, like I said, I had my dates wrong. The end of 2014 until September of 2015, I was feeling sick. I was feeling sick. You know, my stomach hurt. I couldn't sleep. Insomnia, like, because I really had a really bad pain. In August of 2015, I went to the doctor again. I remember if I told him if I was feeling really sick, but I got blood work done. My anemia at that time was low. It was at 6.5, I think. That was like at the end of August. And the beginning of August. And then he told me, you know what, take these pills, take iron every day, 3 times a day. He's like, and then come back in 2 weeks, and then we'll see how it's going. Because according to him, every time that I went, I had a bowel movement, I was bleeding a lot. That's why I was anemic. And the bleeding was caused because I had a lot of polyps, and my large intestine wasn't working or wasn't functioning the way it should be. So I took my pills, you know, took care of, you know, just took my pills, took my iron and everything. I went back 2 weeks later, and he's like, you know what, this is not working. You need to go into the emergency room. We need to get you admitted. We need to give you a blood transfusion. And after that, I knew that I wasn't gonna get out of there. He wasn't gonna let me get out of the hospital without getting the surgery. So I already knew. But at that time, I was already feeling super sick, like sick. Like, I'm gonna insert some pictures right here of how I looked before my surgery, after the surgery, and then, you know, like I'll try to insert a lot of pictures, you know, like just of how I was before, during, and then after. So yeah, I looked super skinny. I looked super pale. I wasn't feeling right, but I just didn't want to give in. At that time, I was like, you know what? So that 2 weeks after, I was already at like 5.5. It was a crazy low number. So I go in, and he told me, you know what? this is not even helping. You need to go to the hospital. We need to give you a blood transfusion, and after that, you know what's gonna happen. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, and he even asked me, like, do you want to go? Do you want me to admit you in the hospital? Like, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, he's asking me because he knew that I was like, I didn't want to get my surgery done. But at that time, I felt like I had no choice. You know, like I either go or I freaking bleed out, pretty much. So I was like, you know what, yeah. So on September 15, 2015, I got my surgery done. I got my large intestine removed, and at that time I didn't know that I had cancer before I had my surgery. I thought it was just like the polyps and whatever. Turns out that, you know, he took out the large intestine. I was super sick. I didn't get the bag that I was supposed to get, which was the one that I showed you in the beginning of when I was talking. I didn't get it at the very first surgery. It was a Saturday, but you know, right after surgeries, the nurses are told to get you up so you can start walking, and you know, like, so your body can come back to normal, and like if they move anything in your stomach, it will, like, everything will just like se acomoda. So they put me to walk. It was a Saturday when I got the surgery, and then a Monday I started just throwing up. I was sick. So I couldn't eat anymore. They cut me eating. I got connected to fluids, to like strong fluids. I don't remember how they're called, but they're supposed to be food. They're supposed to replace the food because I couldn't eat. I got so many tests done, and then Wednesday night or Thursday night, the surgeon came in and she told me she needed to take me back into surgery for emergency because I had an infection. So I went back into surgery, and then I came back, and this was it. I got what I was hoping I didn't get, which was the ostomy bag. At that time, I didn't have a choice. Like, I was either I got that or I got another infection. You know, like I was gonna die because I had an infection. So I had no choice. I was sick. I was super sick. I was super skinny. I was just like sick. Like I was super sick. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I was positive. I was optimistic, and I was like, you know what, whatever it is. You know, like my mind 5 years prior to that, we're like, oh, whatever. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And at that time, when I was like dying, pretty much, literally, I was like, no, like I gotta fight. I gotta be good, you know. So I went back. I got the surgery. I got the bag, and I think that part of my life right there, getting used to the bag, was one of the hugest battles I had to not battle, but like the hugest how do you say it, like something that it was so hard for me to get used to accept the fact that I needed to learn how to do it. I need to make sure that I know what to do, you know, learning and accepting it. Like, it was a little bit hard, but I accepted it. At that time, I still didn't know that I had cancer. A couple days later, like a week later, because, you know, it's like they have to see you like a week after you get surgery. So I went with my doctor. It's like, so I got your test back, because he's like, they had to biopsy it to make sure it wasn't cancer. He said, you had 3 tumors in your large intestine. And when he said that, I was like, what? And he's like, yep. And they were all cancerous. He told me the sizes of it. It was different sizes, bigger, medium. It was big, medium, and small. That's how they were. Large, medium, and small. He's like, and they were cancerous. Stage 4. I'm hella lying. Stage 3. Stage 3 cancer. And there's a cell. It was already starting to spread because there was a cell in my stomach. So you're going to have to go through chemotherapy. When he said that to me, my eyes got watery, and I was like, what? Because the day that same day that I was going, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you know what? Everything's out. They took out your colon. That's it. So when he told me that, I was like, everything, like my whole world collapsed, and I was like, it's like, okay, well, okay, so you know, like, or that's fine. So when do I start? This and that. So December of 2015, I started my chemotherapies. I was supposed to have 8 sessions or 10 sessions, 8 or 10 sessions. And at first my mom didn't want me to, because, you know, it's tough. It's a tough journey. But I at that time I felt like I had no choice. I wanted to kill cancer, and it was in stage 3, and I feel like if I didn't get my chemotherapies, I was actually pretty much just killing myself. So I got the chemotherapies, and I just told my mom, Mom, I'm gonna beat this cancer before the 8 sessions. I'm gonna take half, you know, like cut it in half, and that's how many sessions I'm gonna have, this and that. It was a tough journey. It was a tough journey. It was hard. I almost gave up. I think it was like my second session. My body just collapsed, and I remember I looked at my mom. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it, Mom. I don't think I can do this. You know, like for me to say that to my mom, I think my mom was just like, what the hell? Like, no. But no, I beat cancer. I only took 6 sessions of chemotherapy when I was supposed to take 8. So I promised my mom I was gonna beat it before, even if it was only 2 sessions. I still beat it before. So I beat cancer 2016, May 2016. I got the great news that I was cancer free. So I know it probably was a long story. I tried to make it as short as I could. But yeah, that's my side of the story. It's crazy that my dad passed away like January, and then all of a sudden, like I started having problems with my stomach in September. I thought it was crazy, but when you see the pictures that are right here, like I look back and I'm just like, I think what pushed me the most to stay positive and keep on going was because I told myself that I was going to beat colon cancer in honor of my dad. Like that was one of my biggest motivations was my dad. Because I told my dad and I told myself, I'm not going to let this beat me, because I'm going to show him that, you know, I can beat it for you, you know? And I feel like I'm proud of myself, you know, and I feel like he's proud of me. My dad is proud of me that I was able to overcome colon cancer and to beat it, and here I am. And I had my ostomy for 3 years, and August 3rd of 2018 I got my ostomy removed, and I'm gonna leave you the picture right here of that surgery. I think it was the best day of my life. Like it was the best day of my life, even though I had a tough time as well, because I mean, having my ostomy bag connected to my stomach, not to my rectum, not going to the bathroom, I almost thought it was a bad idea to get my small intestine connected back to my rectum, because it was so hard. Like at the very first couple hours I was good after my surgery, and then it was just went downhill. I was throwing up, I had diarrhea, it was like all bad, and I cried. I was like, oh my god, maybe it was a bad idea, but I think I did good. Because no, I feel like that happened to me because I was super excited. Like I didn't eat slow. I was supposed to take it slow, you know, let my body, my stomach, how do you say it, get adapted to the new functioning after 3 years having my back, like I said. And I didn't. I was just like super excited. I was eating and everything, and then se fue la fregada. I was supposed to be in the hospital for just a day, and I was there for like 3 or 4 days because of that. But yeah, that was my story. I am proud to say that I am a colon cancer survivor, or cancer survivor, a warrior. I hope you guys love the look, because I did. It looks so cute. I hope you guys like the look. I hope you guys enjoy the story. If it took me a long time to say the story and everything, as I felt like I was gonna start crying, and I felt like I was gonna break down and start crying. But I feel like throughout the years, and you know, knowing that I was blessed to overcome such a hard path, I feel like instead of making me like emotional, it makes me proud. And it does make me emotional, and sometimes I sit there and cry, because I look back at the pictures and I look back at how bad I was, how sick I was, how skinny I was, how like such a miracle that God did in me. Like if you see these pictures like right here that I've been showing you throughout the video, and how I am right now, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fat. And you know, because I see the pictures there, and then I see myself now, and miracles do happen. Like don't ever, yeah, there's gonna be times, you're human, you know, there's gonna be times where you're gonna break down and you're gonna think, you know, the world's collapsing and like in front of my eyes, and I can't do anything about it. But I remember the time that I was crying, and I told my mom, you know what, mom, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I'm gonna overcome this. I don't think I'm gonna come alive out of this chemotherapy, because it's hard. It's hard. Your body changes, you change, everything changes in like, it's hard. But that night I kneeled down and I prayed to God, and I told God to calm down and carry me through this chemotherapy, through this pad, because I couldn't do it alone. So I love you, please come and help me, carry me through this, because I can't do it alone. And after that, that's it. Believe in God, believe in yourself, be positive, stay positive. Anything you're going through, you're gonna get through it. God doesn't give you anything that you cannot overcome. He's always gonna give you a battle, but he's always gonna be there for you. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like you can't do this anymore, he's there to hold your hand and take you. I'm fat, huh? But yeah. And he'll put the right people in your path too. Because I remember when I had my surgery and I had my ostomy, I was good. I felt like I was okay. I felt like I was always gonna be like that. I felt like I was gonna get my surgery to get my ostomy removed sometime in my life, but I didn't have it clear when I was gonna get it. But then God decided he wanted to send somebody in my life that pushed me and that just was such a beautiful angel, such a beautiful blessing, because without me even saying anything, he just went ahead and helped me. He just went ahead and just hand, like, he's helped like this, like, you know what, here, like, I'll help you out, I'll create this GoFundMe for you, and I'll help you get the resources that you need to get the surgery. Babe, come here and say hi. And that angel and that blessing and that amazing blessing that God sent me is now my fiance. I'm gonna come right now so you guys can see him, but he playing a little game. But yeah, while I wait for him to come, because he's over there playing his little game. So much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. And if you got bored and you couldn't watch it to the end, it's okay, I understand. I just wanted to tell my story. I just wanted to do it in honor of Colon Cancer Awareness Month. So thank you again so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I promise you I'm gonna stay consistent, and I'm gonna try to upload at least once or twice a week. I do go live every Saturday on my Facebook page, beauty page, that I'm gonna leave right here. Don't forget to follow my page, follow my Instagram, so you guys can stay a little bit more up to date to what I do and see a little bit different looks that I do on Saturdays. It's kind of more like chisme, you know, like we chit chat, you know, and we talk a little bit about what's going on and everything. And here is kind of like, I'll try to do just quick lives, quick videos of like quick videos of just like makeup looks and everything, because I know sometimes you guys like just to see how girls create their makeup and you don't want to hear any talking. You can come now, babe. So do you guys want to meet my amazing, a beautiful blessing? Come here, babe. My fiance. This is the beautiful blessing that God sent me so I can get my other surgery and I didn't have my ostomy anymore.
Hello.
I love you. Love you. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys till next time.